All right, you offer vCISO services at Pure IT. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what a vCISO is. Can you give me a little bit of details on what that is and what that means?
The program was built around us recognizing that not every credit union has a security officer or security personnel on staff. It's actually one of the NCUA requirements to have some type of security personnel for the credit union. So it's a fractional program where you get a dedicated CISO inside of the credit union to really build out your security program. We've evolved the program in the 10 years that Pure IT has been around to the point now that we are really confident we can take any credit union from being really reactive to security alerts to becoming a proactive credit union when it comes to their security. We also have a vulnerability scanning add-on that is complete as part of the program where you can actually see improvement based on the data that's coming out of that scanning, and we check on that quarterly for you.
Well, yeah, when we're thinking about the unique differentiators that Pure IT has maybe over some competitors, is there anything that jumps out at you that sort of differentiates what you're doing? And I guess in particular, what should make credit unions more comfortable with, let's say, Pure IT over someone else?
During my conversations with credit unions, the usual makeup is that they've had an existing vendor work with them on their tech strategy. And a lot of the times that vendor doesn't know credit unions, doesn't know the regulations, doesn't know the compliance pieces there, and doesn't know the software tools or even the workflows that their employees kind of go through. And we do. So we've been, 10 years in the making of acquiring all this knowledge. We really focus on exclusively credit unions. And so when you come to us, we've probably seen it before. So we're able to help and have ideas and be really creative on how to help credit unions because we do have that knowledge.
Yeah, and I have a question so back in my marketing agency days, we would tell companies, hey, you're going to get like a fractional head of marketing, let's say, right? But in fact, it was like a junior marketer who maybe was like 26 years old. So if I'm a credit union and I'm looking at Pure IT to, let's say, obtain a vCISO, this fractional CISO, what type of person am I getting in that role? Like, what expertise are you bringing to my credit union?
That's a great point. And a lot of other companies will use fractional programs as their training programs before they're kind of full consultants. So we have seen that makeup that you just said quite a bit. We kind of flipped that at Pure IT. So what we wanted to build is make sure that whatever sized credit union we were working with, they had a CISO that had one credit union experience and had a seat at a credit union in a security role. So all of our vCISOs come with that experience. You're able to kind of take a look and you can ask us and we can kind of share what that experience and credentials really look like. But they've done this before in a previous life. And now in their current life, they're just, doing it for 5, 6, credit unions at a time. And that knowledge is really, really helpful to kind of bounce between what they're seeing in the industry.
That's really powerful. So you're actually getting the real deal, someone who has that deep expertise, not only with cybersecurity, but also with the credit union space, which is exactly what a credit union needs. Now, do I get a menu? Is this like a Tinder type of profile thing for like VC? Like, get to swipe through your CISO options, or how would I be assigned one if I'm a credit union?
Yeah, there is some internal kind of matchmaking that we do, and we're very thoughtful about it because when we do, want to work with a credit union, we want to make sure the CISO's in the right time zone. We work with credit unions all over. So are they in the right time zone, asset size, the experience there, make sure that's a kind of a good fit. And we usually do a lot of discovery on the type of initiatives that the credit union would like to take on and make sure that we have obviously the availability and expertise there. So we do a little bit of that internally, and you can have a meet and greet and make sure that you have a good feel for the other person's going to be on the other side.
very nice. I really like everything you're putting down in terms of the expertise, the credit union expertise, the cybersecurity expertise. Like, it's a really streamlined service that is by credit unions, for credit unions type of vibe going on here. Thanks for coming on to talk about this with me. If you are listening and you want to learn more, head on over to pureitqso.com to learn more. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.